Okay, so I made it up, what, 3 wing dikes, I guess. And now I don't got a wing dike for a little bit. Anyway, let's talk about sandbars on the Missouri River. Well, this is the one just upriver from the bridge. Now, what I've learned in my experience on the river is when you see a sandbar, you're coming from upriver, you're coming downriver. So you're coming down here and you see a sandbar and you really gotta get out. You know, you've been in the boat for 4, 5, 6 hours and you just gotta get out, stretch your legs. You know, Jeff City is right down here. You're on cruise waiting, but man, your rear ends are really hurting or whatever, and you just need a quick minute. Maybe you're upriver further, it doesn't matter. It applies, in my experience, to all sandbars. So anyway, the first thing you want to do, you see one and you want to go right for it. Don't do that, because what happens is, if you're in the 340 racing, it's not going to matter. You're going to want to get wet, get your feet wet anyway. But it's really shallow way out here. You're not going to get your boat all the way up there like that. You're going to end up beaching out here with your kayak about where the back of mine is, right there, which ain't a bad, you know, it's not a bad deal. But if you don't want to get your feet wet and you want on dry land, well, you're going to get feet wet a little bit anyway. But if you want to, for whatever reason, get your bow up on the sandbar before you get out, you go down here, go around the upstream edge of the sandbar. Some of them have nice little points, some of them don't, they just are all rounded around. But if you come down here, generally speaking, and it looks like I'm gonna be wrong on this one, yeah, it drops off right here at the water. So this one goes against my experience, which, you know, but a good indication this is going to drop off there also is this sharp grade that you see on the sandbar right here. That's going to tell you it drops off pretty quick. However, sometimes once they get in the water, below the water line, it will level out. It's not the case with this one. Down here where it's flatter, then you can probably get out okay without getting your feet wet. But if you're doing the race, you're not going to care about getting your feet wet, and you can beach up here. But generally speaking, if you're on a camping trip or whatever, you can come along the side of the sandbar, and since you got a loaded kayak, it's going to be heavy to drag up, whatever. You want to get it close to bank as you are, close to dry land as you can. Come along the side over here. Generally, that's going to be good. Find a point like this. You can get really pretty close right here on this point. Probably get your bow up on the sandbar right here. Nope, don't look like it, because it's going to drop off right here on the edge. Right here. Yep, right there. So, I guess for this sandbar, best part's just to come in where I did right here and beach and get your feet wet. But would this be a nice camping sandbar? Actually, yes, it would be. You're up off the river a little bit, as you can tell by here. So you know, you got 2 foot maybe of water rise before it comes over the top. So you can camp right here. You got some plywood you can break off there, or if you have your camping saw, cut some firewood right there. And then you got some shade over here. Evening shade, you won't have any evening shade. You have a nice pretty sunset across the river over here. But this would be an okay campsite. Might have some afternoon shade in these trees over here. If I was coming down river and knowing that there is no camping at Jeff City and there are other sandbars downriver, depending on what kind of day it was, I'd camp right here because there's no camping in Jeff City. So I'd camp right here. Yeah, sandbars are great things, courtesy of the river. You just got to pick the right landing spot.